street stock. In the start box, green flag, we're underway. Meathead trying to battle up there and get the race lead coming off turn 2. He and Bentley wheel to wheel down the backstretch. Bentley drives it in deep in turn 3. He'll grab the race lead. Meathead trying to come back. Look out behind them. We've got 4 or 5 cars together. A melee over in turn 3. Tony Pierce, they take off. As Bentley had issues. And Carswell and Pierce going at it. Door to door into 3. Tony Pierce with a race lead. Carswell holding on the second behind him. Got Lofton in the 44 and Chris Jackson and Garrett Kilman. Tony Pierce trying to hold off the meathead Brian Carswell. Chris Jackson back there 4th spot trying to catch those top 3 cars. Kilman rides 5th, then Josh Ayers, Matt Whitener, Jake Jackson, Josh Mathis, and Kevin Patterson. Pierce got a little crossed up. Here comes the meathead. Brian Carswell dives down the inside in turn 2. He reclaims the top spot. That 44 car hanging right there with him. But Meathead gets a strong run this time off turn 2. Opens up a little bit of daylight back to Tony Pierce. Lofton trying to keep that 44 wound up. Chris Jackson trying to reel him in. Now Lofton gets a look down the inside of Tony Pierce. And the door slammer goes to the infield. Meathead Brian Carswell opening up a good gap back to Tony Pierce. Jake Jackson chasing Josh Ayers. Those 2 drivers trying to get up there inside the top 5. And you've got to work on Kilman. Meathead with the race lead. Make it almost a length of the backstretch. Mathis being told a leader is closing in, give him some room. Mathis moves down to the inside. He'll give Meathead the outside line into turn 3. Back in the pack, Jake Jackson. Josh Ayers going at it into turn 3. Ayers is able to maintain, but Jake Jackson looks ready to go. Still side by side for that spot. Ayers holds on to it, but Jake Jackson looks like he's ready to pounce. Just got to pick the right line and get a good run into one of these corners. Tony Pierce gets his way around Mathis. Now the rest of the top 5 cars follow through. It's Brian Carswell maintains the lead. Tony Pierce, Bailey Lofton, Chris Jackson, Garrett Kilman, Josh Ayers, Jake Jackson. Then the 03 of Whitner. White flag waving from Meathead, Brian Carswell. Sometimes that 13's unlucky, but not for Brian Carswell, the meathead. Going back to Bailey Graydon and Hall in Victory Lane. Your winner, Brian Carswell. Tony Pierce. Followed by Bailey Lofton, Chris Jackson, Garrett Killman, Josh Ayers, Jake Jackson, Matt Whitner, and Josh Mathis.